Welcome to this edition of Spotlight. We are at Chinn Elementary with Principal Lee Heinrichsen. And Lee, what are some ways that the Panthers are building culture and school-wide excitement this year?
Well, as you know, we've had an interesting year, needless to say. So one thing that we try to do with our leadership team is come up with some culture-building ideas. And in the past, we've had awards assemblies and we've had leadership assemblies. We just couldn't do that this year. So we come up with something called Panther Games, and I'm super excited to showcase that today. And additionally, our media center is more than just a library checkout. We have makerspace, breakerspace, and that's all changed again to COVID. But we got 3D printers this year and we're super excited about those. So I'm super excited to showcase that for you today.
Awesome. Well, let's take a look at Panther Games and what's going on in the media center as we spotlight Chinn Elementary.
This spotlight is sponsored by Parkville Pediatric Dentistry.
Panther Games is a school-wide experience for the kids to really get that sense of community and that sense of belonging, even though we can't mix as a whole building. So the kids play a game school-wide. Everyone plays the same game at the same time, but they're all in their own classrooms playing with their teacher and their friends a shared game.
In the classrooms, we're all working together to figure out the puzzles or whatever the game is. So I like that.
Since second semester, we decided to feature our fifth graders because they are leaving us at the end of the year. And so we wanted to give them just a little moment to shine and a little spotlight on them to say, thanks for playing games and, give them a happy memory as they leave us.
Panther Game is great. I like this job because I get to pass out folders, and also at the end of the day we might have Panther Games, and we will say on the announcements, and I think that's really a fun job.
Another way that we build community and culture here at Chinn is by making sure our students have opportunities to work together, even if that is from afar. And so one way that we're doing that here in the Media Center is that we are providing them opportunities to collaborate on spaces that they've created separately and then put their 3D creations together to create one space.
I'm building the living room. We've already designed a couch. We have lamps, I think, a video game center. And I am designing the dolls, a little miniature dollhouse maybe.
We've been working with measurement, measuring furniture to get an idea of how big furniture actually is in comparison to each other and just in general, and then using that information to kind of scale down what they're designing for their 3D houses.
Well, it's like a base plate, and then you put on the side, you can scroll down and there's different sections. And you can pick what you want to put on the base plate, and then you can move it around and stuff.
Sometimes they don't quite get it right, which I think is a great learning opportunity because they do create a chair that's much, much bigger than the table. And then it prints and they're like, this looks crazy. And you're like, it does, it absolutely does. And so then they're like, well, I think I need to size it down maybe a couple of millimeters. And you're like, perfect, I agree. And so that's a really great way for them to work with measurement in a realistic way.
I always thought 3D printing would be easy, but you actually have to take shapes and create something. There's not just a couch you can drag on, or just a lamp or a table you can just drag on. You have to actually use your imagination, you could say, to create what you need to build.
I think that one great thing about, Panther Games and the work we're doing here in the library is just we want to create that warm, accepting culture for our kids where they can take risks and try things and share ideas. And so both of these two opportunities let them do that, lets them take risks and try new things and work with peers and brainstorm and just all of those great authentic learning experiences that we want our kids to have.